The Bulls, the Hawks, and the Wizards have the next best odds. Stephen A., is it panic or patience for the Knicks if they don't get the #1 pick?
As much as I'm praying, I would still say it's patience. And the reason why I say it's patience until July. Because in July, I expect Kyrie, Irving, and Kevin Durant to announce that they're heading to the New York Knicks. And if that happens, even if you don't have Zion Williamson, New York will still be ready to throw a parade down Broadway. Because this is going to mean, now I'm talking about towards basketball relevancy. I'm not talking about you. I'm saying we're relevant again. We actually matter again. We actually don't feel like we're getting robbed by you for having to pay ticket prices to go to a Knicks game. So trust me, in that regard, that's what I mean by patience.
Yes, the Knicks at this point, I'm hearing this, everyone's hearing the same thing. Looks like they're going to land 2 big free agents, although if that's an Achilles, in fact, that Kevin Durant suffered and not what they're saying it is, and what they get is Kyrie by himself, and now they're looking for another guy to put with him. Guys, Zion Williamson, there's no getting around it. Ja Morant's a great consolation prize, but Zion Williamson.
I understand. But I will say this.
The Knicks have drafted first overall once. It was Patrick Ewing. In my lifetime.
Yeah. You can tell me that Kevin Durant's out until the 2020-21 season, and I say pay
Still
him
sign
anyway.
him.
Yeah,
sign him anyway and keep him. Make sure you have him.
Give him the max.
Give him the
pay
max
him for
right
free
now.
next year.
Let him get paid for doing nothing but rehabbing. I'd pay him tomorrow.
Me too.
Knicks won't panic, shouldn't panic. They should be more like somebody who's depressed, who just lost out on the last big, awesome item at the sale. We were this close to Zion, but the true prize this summer for the Knicks is KD and Kyrie. The backup plan, I think it's a 40-50% odds they get a top 3 pick will be Ja Morant or RJ Barrett. And that won't be a bad consolation prize for the Knicks. It'll be harder on the NBA than it will be the Knicks. Zion in New York makes such sense for him personally and the NBA from a marketing perspective that it'll be a big loss for the NBA. But the Knicks themselves can get over it with player
You
personnel.
think Zion should want to play there?
I know this, Molly. I read an article this morning that the difference in marketing dollars for Zion going to New York versus, say, Atlanta is 20 to 30%. So if he signs a shoe deal with Nike for $90 million, it could be
I think they're underestimating it, too, because there's never been a guy like him in New York.
The New York Knicks, just so y'all know, I know this for a fact. If Zion is a given, if they get the #1 overall pick, Kevin Durant, Kyrie is a given if they choose to come. If they don't get the stars, they're not going to go out and sign a second-tier guy.
Smart.
They're going to wait, and if they have to wait until they could go after stuff again and just build through the draft and young players,
I will give this to Dolan. I will give this to Dolan. And listen, they're resetting Max. Give him a chance. No, because they keep resetting because Dolan keeps messing up, hiring the wrong guys. He did not hire the wrong guys, it appears to me, this time.
Steve Mills,
if he stays out of the way, they should become a much more healthy organization. But he's got to stay out of the way.
Steve Mills, Scott Perry, David Fizdale. They've done a great job.
Fizdale is the big prize there.
But ingratiating themselves with agents and players around the league. Because remember the Fizdale connection with LeBron, D. Wade, guys like that, vouching for him as a coach and a person is going a long way for him.
Let me ask one question before we move on. When you say the Knicks won't dive into the second-tier free agent market,
the Jimmy Butlers, the Tobias Harris.
Can you draw that line for me? Is
yes.
Jimmy
You
Butler
think Harris is with?
Yes.
You think Harris is with Butler?
No, I'm saying
I think he's third tier.
No, I'm saying, yeah, I understand that, but I'm just saying anything lower than I'm
so
only
no Jimmy Butler.
No
You're
Jimmy
saying
Butler.
KD and Kawhi is tier 1.
Those are tier 1.
What about Kyrie?
Anthony Davis. And by the way, the New York Knicks are targeting Anthony Davis too for next
the following
summer. In other words, not going to LA, but
so in other words,
tier
1 is MVP
getting him to come
caliber.
to New York.
Tier 2 is all-star caliber.
Now, AD Anthony Davis, from what I'm told, is the backup plan, meaning that if you don't get Kyrie, but you get KD. Then you target Anthony Davis
KD
next
and AD?
summer. That's what you target.
Kemba tier 2? Kemba tier 2 as well?
Kemba, you know what? That's interesting because a lot of people view him as a younger, healthier version of Kyrie Irving.
Right. Smaller.
So it's hard to say. It's really about what you think about Kyrie more than what you think about Kemba.
I think there's a tier 1, a tier 1A, which includes Butler and Kemba and everything.
Right.
Then tier 2 to me is more like Al Horford, Chris Middleton, all-star caliber players who don't have the potential to be MVPs.
For any reason, KD or Kyrie does not come to New York, Anthony Davis is what they're targeting for the following summer.
I'll leave this. My tier 1 would be the Ks, all the Ks. KD, Clay, Kemba, Kyrie, any of the
Clay
Ks.
is tier 1 for me.
Tier 1.
Clay Thompson
is tier 1.
He's tier 1 for me.